Today, RC drivers, I've come up with a quick guide if you're looking for a fast, fun, exciting RC model, and it's really not easy to do nowadays. There's so many different categories to look at, so many different power levels to choose from. Where do you go from here? And I kind of thought back to myself, where do I typically go to when I just want to go out, have fun? And that is with a 4S power system. 2S, 3S, pretty exciting. 4S, you're getting into that wild level, but it's still not over the top where you're possibly gonna break stuff every time you go out. And it's at that mid-level where, costs are not astronomical. When you get into 6S and 8S powered RCs, you gotta think about the cost of batteries and chargers, and of course replacement parts if necessary, or upgrade parts if you do go wild with those. So 4S for me is the sweet spot, and I've mentioned that in a bunch of videos before. It's right where the cars are still gonna be durable, they're so much fun to drive, they reach speeds of around 50 miles an hour for some of them, and so I thought I'd concentrate on the 4S models that are available from Traxxas. And we're gonna start off here with the Raptor. This is actually the Raptor Ultimate, so this one has a lot of option parts on it, which some people actually didn't get when this thing first came out. It was just a standard version of it, and then when the Ultimate came out there, you thought it was the same thing. It's not. This one has a lot of good stuff on it. A lot of the HD parts, aluminum parts, and of course, it's 4S capable. And you could actually go and dial that back down in the radio system. Let's say you're looking to get into your first RC car, and you don't want to just hop around buying different things. You can go dial this down into a trainer mode, so it's nice and slow to begin with, and then you could ramp up later on down the road. And that goes for the other Traxxas vehicles that I'm gonna show you. But this one, what's cool about this is, number one, a really cool looking Raptor truck. Number two, it's got a long wheelbase to it. People have said that, oh, it's just a slash. No, it's a slash, which is good. That's a good thing. That is longer, and it's got to handle better. So that means it's going to be much easier to drive on a 4S power system, and it is a pretty durable truck. I like that it's got the clipless body mounting system now. It's got their GTR shocks on it, better steering servo, the VXL system. You can see it's got a bunch of aluminum parts on the end of the suspension, and it's a wild truck to drive. You can send this thing pretty far off of jumps, but I love how it handles the rough off-road terrain. And it's a pretty cool pick, especially if you're looking for a scale style truck. If you think you want something with a bit more performance feel, then check out the Jado 4x4 VXL, the VXL brushless version. That's the one that's gonna take the 4S LiPo battery. It's gotta be a lot of fun to drive, especially if you just wanna go over to a track and just hit up some laps. You don't have to go into any organized racing or anything like that, although I've seen some people race these things, but this is a lot of fun to just rip some laps with. It's also a lot of fun to go on BMX tracks and just float over jumps, and it's a pretty solid vehicle. There is a little bit of issue with the front shock tower if you really slam this thing into the ground upside down, but the rest of the buggy is a proven platform. It's got the Traxxas slash base to it, so that means it's got the heavy duty drive line, it's got the heavy duty parts that they've updated recently, all the heavy duty composite steering knuckles, caster blocks, the hubs. This one does have fixed links to it, and they've got a ton of option parts if you do want to go and upgrade, similar to what I just showed you with the Ultimate. But this 4S power system makes this buggy rip, and it's got that performance feel that a lot of drivers love. It too has the trainer mode, and I should mention that you can also go and run these on 2S or 3S battery packs if you didn't want to go 4S right away. Now I want to stop for a second to talk to the new folks that may be watching. I keep talking about 2S, 3S, 4S. That refers to the LiPo battery and the number of cells inside the battery that makes up the voltage that basically decides the excitement level of it, the amount of power that the RC is going to have. The other number that you see here on the box, 6,700 or 5,000, refers to the capacity. So basically the fuel tank, how long it's going to last. And each of these models is going to need a battery and a charger. And with Traxxas, they offer their ID system, which is a super easy to use system for charging battery packs like lithium polymers, because they need to be set up. And the ID system basically does all that work for you. You plug it in, you push a button, it figures it all out, charges the battery, which is safe for newbies. And right now they actually have a completer pack sale going on where you could go and buy your RC model, and then you could get the completer pack 50% off. And these are the two different completer packs they have available for the models that I'm talking about today. Now I want to show you guys the Max, a really popular monster truck in the Traxxas lineup. And that's because this thing goes just about anywhere. It is awesome at stunts, and it is really fast too. too. So the Max is based off of the Traxxas X Max, which is widely popular. Super awesome, exciting off-road monster truck. This one is just scaled down and it's perfect on 4S power. So they have a standard version and they have an ultimate version. And these things, independent suspension, long travel shocks, they've got big monster truck tires, lots of ground clearance. So if you're in an area where you're gonna be running in some low grass, this is better, so there's not a lot of friction. It has so much torque, so much power that you could do backflips and front flips. Really fun at the skate park too. These are some really awesome trucks. You know what, I'm gonna throw this one in just for fun because hopefully next week I'm gonna go out and run it. This is the Traxxas Disruptor, a 4S powered boat, and it kind of defined basher boats. This thing is an absolute beast. It is always just shredding water. Once you pull the throttle, this thing launches out of the hole and it just flies. It's got a solid hull. It's self-righting, so if you do flip it over when you're just bashing on this thing, it'll self-right and you just keep on going. It's got a 4S power system, of course. This one is water cooled. It got some pretty heavy duty composite hardware on it. The other thing I'd recommend is you get a spare prop because I did hit something in the water and wreck the composite prop that's on here. But this, guys, if you're looking for a boat and maybe you get one of the other RCs that I showed you and you want to use that same power system, it'll drop right into this and it is an absolute monster on the water. So if this video helped you get closer to picking out your first 4S model or a 4S model to continue to have fun with in the hobby, hit up your local hobby shop for some additional information and to grab one of these, or I'll have links in the video description below.